So it's been about a month since Pocket Option has rolled out 2 new features that can absolutely change the game for binary options traders, whether you're already trading on the Pocket Option platform or if you're looking to trade on the Pocket Option platform. I'm talking more fun, more excitement, more money to be made, but also more risk, a lot more risk. And I'm surprised. I literally just found out about this about a week and a half ago. I had no idea. And as some of you know, I launched a brand new business recently and all of my morning time has been going to that. But I was just completely shocked that I got on YouTube and I'm searching this up and I have not found one video pertaining to this topic right here. But that's why you're on this video. You came to the right place, and today we're going to be talking about the rollover and the double up features that Pocket Option has officially announced and brought to their platform, and why this may or may not be a good thing for brand new traders coming onto Pocket Option. Let's get to it.
I feel just like a rock star.
So if you're brand new to the trading space, Pocket Option is a binary options platform that has been around for quite some time. It has a really good track record. I personally have no issues with it whatsoever. Never had any withdrawal issues. Customer support always answers back pretty fast, which is obviously a good thing. If you're having issues, especially pertaining to money, you want to know that you get responses ASAP. And although Pocket Option is one of my favorite binary options platforms to trade on, I am in no way, shape, or form like vouching or endorsing them at all. I'm not telling you to go make an account. I'm a firm believer that everyone should do their own research on whatever broker you want to go ahead and get into. It's just like when you go out and you choose a bank, you're going to do research on that bank before you put money in the bank. It's the same exact thing for the brokers. But the 2 new features that Pocket Options has rolled out are 2 features that are pretty well known in the binary option space, and it's crazy to me that they're so well known because not a lot of brokers actually offer them, which is double ups and rollovers. Now, if you're not familiar with what a double up is, double ups are pretty much a feature that binary options platforms add, whereas once you are already in a trade, and let's just say I enter a price at 123 and I'm entering for a sell at 123, obviously I want that price to go down, maybe to 122, to 121, or to 120. Now what happens is that if the market goes up a little bit more, the double up feature allows me to get in at a better price, right? So I can get in at this higher price with the same exact expiration and the same exact position size as the original trade. So I'm pretty much just doubling up on that original position. So now I have 2 trades open to kind of minimize the risk, to say, okay, maybe I got in a little bit at the wrong time. Maybe it's going to pull up a little bit and then drop down. It allows you to get in at that new position up top for the sells, and then vice versa for the buys. Get in at a lower position, obviously, for the buys. Now that's double up. Rollovers, okay? This is where it gets interesting because double ups aren't as bad as rollovers. Rollovers is what tends to hurt a lot of people. Now it can go both ways because you can make a lot of money with rollovers, but you can also lose a lot of money with rollovers. In my experience, I don't have any problem with rollovers, man. I believe that if you're just very well disciplined, you can be on the making money side of rollovers. And we'll get into a whole other video about that in the future. But what the rollover button does is, we know that as binary options traders, binary options is based on 2 things: time and price. So the amount of time that you enter a certain position and the price that you get in at. What the rollover feature allows you to do is it allows you to extend your time. So let's just say, for example, I get in for a 5-minute position and maybe the trade setup just wasn't ready quite yet. And as I'm doing my analysis and as I'm doing, it's getting closer to my expiration and I'm watching it, I'm like, man, I wish I just had another 5 minutes on this trade. I wish I just had another 3 minutes. I know that if I just gave it 3 more minutes, right, the markets will eventually go in my direction. That is what the rollover feature allows you to do. It allows you to buy more time into your position. Now, I said buy for a reason, because anytime you click that rollover button, you're actually going to be increasing your risk. So the amount of money that you put into that trade, you're going to have to pay a little bit more to hit that rollover feature. Now, I'm not too familiar. As I said, this is a brand new feature feature, and we're going to go more in depth with the actual platform and looking at it live with these features and placing some trades and seeing how they work here on this video more in a little bit. But for right now, I don't want to give you guys any, for sure information on how rollovers work with pocket option. I just know that obviously if you place a $10 position and you hit that rollover button, that $10 position is no longer going to be $10. Whether it's, on some of the other platforms, they do 70%, which it could be $17, or maybe 100%, it could be a new $20 position. Now, again, this can be both good and bad. Good if you use it correctly. Bad if you're one of those people that just have no discipline and no patience and you just roll over a bunch of times, because what you're doing is you're messing up your risk to reward. If you have a trading plan or some kind of game plan to how much you want to lose in a specific day or how much you want to make in a specific day, hitting that rollover button could destroy it all. So now that we know a little bit about double ups and rollovers, let's talk about why this is actually crazy. This is insane, in my opinion, because as I mentioned in the beginning, there aren't many platforms that actually offer these two features. It's almost non-existent, right, in the binary options world, except for a group of brokers, in which, if you followed me for a while, you know I hate these brokers. So although rollovers is a feature that I use very much in the past, and I have grown to kind of like them with my trading, again, with that discipline and knowing how to use them, I only experienced these features on platforms that I ended up not liking at all. Now, here's why I'm a little bit scared about this. And it's not to really take anything away from pocket option, but in my experience of trading binary options for the past 3 years, pocket option is the only broker that I consider to be good and credible, and they just added these features that are typically only seen on brokers that just want to take your money. So it could be a hit or miss, and I'm praying to the binary option lords, right? Whatever it is, that they're doing it the right way. And obviously they're going to continue their good track record in making sure that people get their money and don't have any withdrawal issues or whatever the case may be, but they're just adding these features to make their platform more user friendly, because they know there is a high demand for these features in the binary options world. Now, before we get into the charts and looking at these features live and kind of figuring out how they work with you guys right here on this video, what I do want to do is a little disclaimer, man. And I always tell people, with features like this, right, it's not like they're just giving you something for free and you can just go out there and just make all the money in the world with this, okay? Because remember, with binary options, you only have two options, which mean every position you automatically start at a 50-50, which is why so many people make money, because you only have to be like 51%. Technically, you have some good risk management, 52, 53, I would say 55% accurate at like the very minimum. If you are 55% accurate in your trades, you will always be profitable in the binary option space if you have a good trading plan. But when you're adding features like rollovers and double ups, you're increasing that probability of you winning significantly. I mean, I've literally seen people trade trending markets. We know the markets is in an uptrend and they get into a quick position, and if it doesn't move up fast enough, they just roll over, because eventually the markets are going to go up and you're going to clear that anyway. And that's the beautiful part about it. But you have to understand this, with a feature like this, there's always going to come something in the back end that you probably are not aware of. And this is what I want to warn you guys for. What I've seen in the past with these features, or with platforms that offer these features, is that abusing the feature could be detrimental to your trading account. I have seen them, suspend accounts. I have seen them shut down accounts. I have seen them hold withdrawals and stuff like that. And this is not for pocket option. This is for some of the other platforms that offer the feature. But I'm giving you guys a warning and a heads up now that if you are going to be using these features, do not abuse them. Use them, don't abuse them, because if you do, you can't get back in the future, because this is your official warning. Don't get crazy with it. I always tell people, look, especially with the rollover feature, if you're going to ruin your risk to reward, only roll over once. All right, give it one rollover, okay, maybe two, but 1 to 2 at most. I never, if you guys go back to my live trading sessions, I used to do them all the time, and we're going to get back to that as well, but I used to do them all the time here on YouTube. You never really see me roll over more than twice, and the reason being is that I'm a firm believer that if you have to extend your time 2 times, right, not just another chance and not just a second chance, but another chance after that, you got to roll over twice, then at that point you're really just gambling and you have no idea what you're doing. You should go back to the demo account, right? Go back to the demo account, keep practicing, and focus on winning, not the money. But again, this is the official warning to use the features. Don't abuse the features. So now let's get into the charts and let's look at how this actually looks on the platform, and let's learn a thing or two about it. All right, so let's get into it. Now, before we actually place these trades ourselves and kind of see how they work, I'm going to read some of the news updates real quick, see what they're saying about the features, because maybe that'll give us a little bit more information. A pocket option is pretty good at keeping us up to date with all new things. So let's go ahead and see if we can find it here. Okay, perfect. Here we go. So November 16th and December 7th. Now, real quick disclaimer, guys, excuse me, my monitor is pretty long, so I'm going to move to this side of the monitor so that I can read this, and I'll be back in a few seconds. Just listen up. All right, so it says here, it says increase your earnings with double up. Okay, so check it out. Do you often monitor your orders after placing them? No, I do not. Of course I do. Save valuable seconds of time placing a reorder when you see that your current forecast is coming true, and increase your income. Okay, the new double up feature allows you to instantly open a duplicate order with the same price and same expiration time. So we actually spoke about that in the beginning. Open the trade sidebar in the trade mode and look for the double up button next to the open order confirmation. All right, so that's how we're going to get able to view it. Now let's take a look at our rollovers. Increase your earnings with rollover. So it says here, rollover is a new trading tool that will help you increase your profits and minimize the risk of losing by extending an open order for the same expiration period with an increase in investment amount. Okay, how does it work? All right, so I'm going to read through this real quick and we're going to sum it up because obviously this is a lot longer than the rollover one. Okay, perfect. So we do got a few updates on the rollover. So this is actually pretty cool. So from what I see here, rollovers are actually 100% of your position. So what that means is that if I open up a $100 trade and I hit that rollover button, it does allow me to buy more time and be in the trade for a little bit longer, but that $100 trade now becomes $200. So that's number one. Update number one that we just got. Update number two that we got is that the rollover feature will only be visible. It will only be available for the first half of your expiration time. So if I did a 6-minute trade, if I did a 6-minute position, then the rollover feature will be there for the first half, meaning for the first 3 minutes that the trade is open, the rollover button will be there. After that, it will disappear. So we're going to go ahead because there is some information here that they have not been spilled, which is like, for example, how much more time do you get with that rollover feature? They didn't answer that there. So that's that. And when can you roll over? Which is actually very important. I know some platforms only allow you to roll over when you are losing the trade. And then some platforms allow you to do it no matter what. So let's go ahead and let's start taking some trades real quick. Obviously, this is example purposes. So we are going to be using a demo account. Okay, for practice, that's what demo is for. We are looking at Euro USD. I am not going to do pretty much any analysis on this whatsoever. I'm just going to assume Euro USD is going up tonight, right? We're getting close to, actually, this is London session. All right, so $100 position paying out 86%. We're going to go ahead and place a buy. Boom. All right, so right away, we see both features, double up and rollover. Okay, so let's let the market move a little bit. This is a 3-minute trade, which means the rollover feature is going to be there until about 1.5 minutes. So we have to roll over before that. Okay, so we're going to do a 3-minute trade and let's see how this works. All right, so let's say now I think I might need some more time in the trade. It's going the opposite direction and I want to hit the rollover feature. So let's see, $100. Let's roll over. All right, so it says, okay, it actually gives you a little update here. Your 100 will now be 200. Your expiration goes from this time to this time. So it's an added 3 minutes, exactly 3 minutes. So on a 3-minute trade, so from, okay, yeah. So I think it's 3 minutes, right? Yeah, let's see. Boom, let's go ahead and add it. Boom, 5 minutes. All right, so that's weird. That's actually pretty weird. That wasn't 3 minutes that we got on that trade rollover wise. All right, that was not 3 minutes that we got on that trade rollover wise. It was actually 2 extra minutes. So let's do the math on that really quickly. So if we did a 3-minute trade and they gave us 2 minutes, so let's do times 0.70. I think it might be 70%. So let's do 3 times 0.65. Yeah, no, I think it's about 70%. And the reason why I went with 70 first is because I know some other platforms do 70%. I think that was 70% as well. Let's go ahead real quick. I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to use the double up feature just so that you guys can see how that looks. So obviously we're going to try to get in at a better price on this buy. Same exact expiration time, same exact position size. We're going to hit that double up button. And as you guys see, it opened up a new trade at a better price, same expiration, same position size. All right. So that's double up. But I'm actually more interested in rollovers because double up is very easy to understand. It's not a complicated concept, right? So let's see something real quick. Now I do see right here. Oh, so the original position I can't roll over anymore. The time is actually no. Oh yeah, the time is up on the original position, so I can't roll that over anymore. Because remember, it's half of the original time, I believe. I think that's what it was, right? Half of the original time. So let's look at the second position real quick. Actually, no, we have to do a different one.
So let's open up a new position. This time we're going to do 5 minutes on this trade, just because I want to see if we get 10 minutes on the double up, or what time we get on that double up. I'm still trying to figure this out. Hopefully we can figure it out together. So right about now, I'm going to hit the rollover feature on this bottom position. All right, the $100 one. Let's go ahead. Let's do it. Confirm. Boom. That could be it. I think it gave us an extra 5 minutes based off of how much time was left in the trade. Because usually when you hit the double up, it gives you just in general. Yeah, that sounds like the most logical thing. It gave us an extra 5 minutes based on how much time was left in the trade, which is why even with the first position, okay, I got it. That makes sense. Well, that's pretty much that for that. I mean, I'm sure you guys probably have just as much questions as I do. Hopefully, we learned a little bit today. I know I did. But if you did, make sure you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are not already subscribed. And if you haven't yet seen one of my live trading sessions where I used to trade on some of the other platforms that offered these features, you're probably going to want to check out this playlist right here so that you can see how you can start using these same exact features on Pocket Option to make you some more money and to gain a little bit more consistency within the markets. It's your boy Rico. I'm out. Peace.